Good afternoon. Judy Allen
Good afternoon. Judy Allen here, San Antonio,
Getting
Texas.
rain. So,
we're getting
making
rain.
an Easter alternative.
We're making an
from
Easter
this 10
alternative
years of
from
growth kit.
this 10 years
Let's
of
go down the
growth
hands and I'll
kit.
show you what we're going
Let's
to
go
do.
down the
all
hands
right?
and I'll show you what we're going
And
to
if
do.
you're out there,
alright?
say hello. We always like to give away door prizes and things like that. So, that is always in the cards. Let's see if I can get that camera a little bit straighter for us both. And if you're out there, I'll try to say hello to you. So, if you saw me on the Adventurous Stamping, I created these. All I did was punch these out, and I embossed some pretty foil paper. So we're just going to add this to what we got right here. And if you haven't done this month's kit or you haven't signed up, this is coming, and it's got beautiful foil in it as well. So, what we're going to do today, I'm going to get my... I like to disrupt everything. Okay. So what we're doing today is we are going to use some cardstock that I give to my customers. I do that every month. And we're going to take this that's in the kit. And let's see if I can make sure it's visual for you. And I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches. All right, on this side. And we're going to use both sides of this, okay? This one's going to actually be on the outside of the card base here. And this is going to be on the inside. So I'm just cutting them down because we always cut them down to 4 inches. That gives us 1/4 of an inch, right? To be able to see. And then I'm just going to cut this down to 5 1/4 inches. And I'll have to move this down to an edge down here because you can't see the markers right here. But there's actually... They have these lines here, and they're every 1/4 of an inch. So I've sized this down. This will go on the inside, so we can stamp a sentiment. And this one, I'm just going to do the same thing. And we're going to put this on the outside of the card, all right? So we're going to use what's in the kit. I've just rearranged it a little bit, just as I just rearranged my whole creating area by toppling things. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. Yep. So instead of using the glue dots that are in the kit, I'm just making it a little bit faster for you. And plus, I like to use my glue dots for some other things too that I create with because they're just nice and easy and they're nice and thin and they hold well, very well. Okay, so first of all, we're doing this. Next is I'm going to go ahead and stamp Easter on here because I already have the happy that came in the kit. And what happens is you may not realize this kit came with 2 stamp sets because this was the anniversary, the 10-year anniversary. They sit there and we have 2 stamp sets. So this one actually has a lot of flowers to it, but it has, we can add anniversary, to call you friend, Easter, spring. So you can actually do even happy spring. So I'm going to do happy and we're going to do Easter, all right? So we're not going to have to stamp Easter happy because it's already in the kit, right? And I'm going to use that. But we are going to stamp the word Easter. And we're going to use the color that's in the kit here, which is polished pink. It's a beautiful color for Easter. And it is also a retiring color. So, if you like it and you want some, you'll have to see about ordering some before they run out. Okay, so I'm just stamping Easter there. I'm going to set this block aside to clean. The other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to use my paper cutter again. I'm going to put Easter right in here, and I'm going to put it up on a dimensional, all right? So all I'm going to do is cut this off. So when I tell you guys that we use the stuff in the kit and everything else we do, but when we make alternatives, or like today I'm making the Easter card, I'm just going to rearrange it. So again, you can see the lines here in every 1/4 inch. So I'm just lining up these 2 edges right here. And we're going to cut it just like that. And we're going to save it, right? We save everything to make something else is what I usually do. And again, I'll just set that aside. All right. And then we're just going to put this up, like I said, on dimensionals. So you can either do it on the small dimensionals, and I don't have those handy. So I'm just going to use the larger dimensionals. Now it's going to be bigger than my word Easter, so all I'm going, or my tag for Easter, and all I'm going to do is take my scissors and cut it in half, all right? It's all about, you know, hiding our work behind the scenes stuff that makes things happen. we're just going to do it like this. And I'm pretty confident. Just thinking of what kind of bling I might have from previous kits to add. That would be handy. Just a minute, I stuck that to myself, and I stuck it to myself again. Okay, so there you go. So I'm just going to center it right here. And you'll just see how it all takes shape. So yes, if you're out there, say hello. Because definitely by the time we get to Sunday, the last Sunday of the month, when Zoe and I do our live, if we don't do it before then, sometimes we do some freebie Fridays. We go ahead and give out some door prizes based on, it's just you putting comments out there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get the word happy right here. And we're going to have Easter. And then we have our rabbit. So I'm just going to put the rabbit right here with a happy on top. And we can move this up any way we want, right? But it's just going to put it right up here because it's all about Easter. And I want to be able to point that out, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just do the rabbit flat. So I'm just putting adhesive, right? And I'm just going to put the rabbit flat. So it helps to, you know where you're going to position things, right? It gives you an idea of what you're going to do. And if I put the rabbit over here, I got plenty of room to get the big word happy up here. Even I can put it to this side, right? It's going to cross over just a little bit, and that'll work just fine. I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. Now I'm going to actually use the side here because it's already smaller. And I'm just going to cut through here a couple of times. And I'm just going to put it in key spots, right? As long as it fits. If it doesn't fit, I'll just have to trim it down. So, for example, I'm going to put it right here where the H joins, right there for happy. And see how I can easily just put it back there. And it's going to blend in with the white. You're going to hardly see that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other P's there. And these I might even go a little bit smaller. Okay, so don't ever forget, don't feel like you can't just go and cut things smaller if you need them smaller, right? So for you people that do quilts or you do other things or you do floral arranging, I always think of floral arranging because I've done that. And it's always about hiding your work. It's like hiding those little picks you use or anything else that you use to support it. And then, just trimming it off. So that's all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that there. And I'm going to most likely have to trim this off a little bit here too. But that is nice to think about these scissors. See how that is. So you can see, so I'm just going to use my scissors. Took that off. I'm going to use these right here to get that trimmed off. I'll just put that stuff aside. And then I can put the happy on here. And then we'll get the Easter on here. Then we've got our card made, except for stamping a message sentiment on the inside, which that's all about, right? So I'm just going to put this right up here. And I really just like this because it's just, this is just such a beautiful kit. And if you think this one's beautiful, the next one is just as beautiful as well. And I can put the Happy Easter right up here with dimensionals, all right? So it's not a hard thing at all. At all. So it's just a great way. I punched, as you can see, I sat there and punched out a bunch of bunnies here. A bunch of bunnies. So I have the opportunity to make a bunch of tags. And I have to tell you, I already gave out some this morning. I gave out Easter cards when I went to the dentist. Looky there. So I made some bling. Let's see what we think. We actually have, and I can, a couple of these. Let me see what we got left over. Let's see. So it'd be very easy. Let's see how we like it. To tuck in some flowers. Right, Easter time. I don't know about you, but we got a few folks we actually sent some Easter flowers to. And then I could just easily put a little bit more at the bottom. Need another purple is what I really want. Not sure if I used up all my purples, but that's okay. I have this one right here. That's a mixture of purple, blue, and gold foil, right? And I don't need all of this, so I'm just going to sort of snip this off right about here. Because because I can use it leftovers next week. And I can easily tuck some flowers in right down here. I think I might rather it over here, possibly. Okay, so we're going to use those glue dots to get these down, and I'll show you how thin they are, if I didn't dump them out already. Yeah, so they're just real thin and small, and it's really great for stuff like this. And it's just really easy to put down here and put it on and then take it off, right? So it's just a great way, easy way to put you some flowers in there. And you know, I just sort of work them around whatever else. It's like, right, it's like a floral arranging. So, see how I've got this right here? Now, if I think that's too much, and I'm going to put my H, my Y over it, or the flower can go through it. I don't care which, all right? So we'll put the other down too. So if you get to the point you said, well, I really think I don't want as many flowers. Okay, fine. Just trim it where you want it. And that's all you got to do. Okay? So I'm going to stick this down the same way too. And I'm just making sure it crosses over things. I think it just helps give dimension and depth when you do that. I'm not necessarily sold on all three of these leaves at the moment on this one. But I'm going to try it. If not, then I'm just going to put my scissors in there and just trim it off. So that's all you got to do. We're not going to sweat the small stuff, right? So, it's just the small stuff. So I'm just going to tuck it in here. And see, that just goes real nice right there. I'm just going to sort of press down right there. And I'll have it right there when I want it. And there you go. I have my Easter card. So as I told you, when I cut this up and cut the card up, I was going to save the inside here. And let me make sure as we open this up, is we can put this right here. So that's the important thing, right? So we're going to do that. And now you can either stamp a sentiment or write a sentiment. Actually, what I planned on doing was putting another bunny on the inside. So I was going to get a bunny going this way. So when I write my sentiment message, not only did I have a bunny on the inside or outside, but I have one on the inside too. So there you go, and it closes up, and here we go, and look at how nice that looks. So we got it decorated inside, we got our Happy Easter here, and we got our decoration. So that was just quick and simple, right? So there's no reason why we can't make a card and give it to somebody, right? So I hope you enjoyed that, right? Because it's all about creating, sharing, and giving. And I don't know about you, but I have already mailed out over 30 cards, and I also gave some away today. And I'm going to also give some more away today and tomorrow as well, because all my Easter cards are going to be given away by Sunday, all right? So with that, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to share it with others and go out there, create, share, and give. Our videos will be out there on YouTube, and we also post the photos out there on Instagram and Pinterest. So with that, have a happy Easter, enjoy the weekend with your family and everyone, and look forward to seeing you next week with Teach Me Nana. Bye.